What's up YouTube? What's poppin'? What's going on? It's your girl All About Latoya, and I'm back with another mother loving video. Finally, I've been gone. I'm sorry. Okay, but today's video is gonna be a quick little experience. It's not really a story time. It's just I felt like maybe this could help college students that are probably moving to Orlando or just moving anywhere where there's a lot of theme parks and they want to probably work at some of these theme parks, you know. I'm not going to say what theme parks I have worked at for the simple fact of I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know if I can get in trouble for that. I'm not saying anything bad about the parks. Well, yeah, I'm not even going to mention it because I don't know if I can get in trouble for that. Y'all probably end up finding out throughout, like, when I'm talking about it, or like I am gonna do a story time on some of the situations that I have encountered, but I'm gonna do that over a mukbang, so I'm not gonna do that now. I'm just gonna tell you guys what to look forward to, my experience, and just hopefully it'll help y'all. Okay, so if my dog is looking out the window. All right, y'all, so let's get into this video. Again, this video is basically my experience working at theme parks. Okay, y'all, so I've worked at my first job when I moved up here was at I worked at a theme park. I worked at SeaWorld, and that was my first park that I worked at. And I've also worked at another theme park. I'm not gonna say which theme park that is because that theme park has a lot of y'all gonna know. I work at another theme park right now. So basically my experience with working at theme parks so far, and I worked at the first theme park I worked there for a year and a half. I did that theme park for a year and a half, and what I did there was I was basically custodial. They tricked me because it said host. No, they didn't. They didn't trick me. That was my fault. I didn't read. All I seen was hostess and $11.50 an hour. That's all I seen. That's all I cared about. That's all you had to tell me, okay? So I was like, oh, part-time, boom, I'm about to do that. Turns out they called their hostess. They called their janitors, custodial people, hostess. That's what I was doing. So, but basically, I still encountered a lot, even now with the position where I am now, where I work now. I encounter even a lot more. Like I said, this isn't gonna be a story time because I'm gonna save that for another video. And so, working in theme parks, working in theme parks, y'all, I just feel like you have to be very patient. Key one, be patient. And I know y'all like, well, I got patience. That's easy. Every job you need patience. No. Especially at theme parks. Like, you might think you have patience until you work at a theme park. And trust me when I say that, I thought I had patience. It takes a lot for you to get under my skin, unless like you're my like best friend, or you're my man, or my siblings. Other than that, I don't let people, because it's just like, okay, but you're not gonna fight me. You're gonna fight me? No, so I'm not about to waste my time. But with theme parks, at theme parks, the thing is, they will fight you just because they know that you most likely won't fight back. You're not saying that I've been in that situation, but I know a girl that got slapped by another guest, and she didn't do it. She didn't do anything. I know another person at a theme park that got spit on by a guest, and she lost her job because she whooped that man's ass. She whooped that man's ass. Yes, she did. A lot of times, theme parks have this rule of, if the guest puts their hands on you, you're not allowed to touch them back. You're allowed to go complain and this, that, and third, but you're not allowed to touch them back. If they hit you again, you're not allowed to touch them. That third time, that's when you're allowed to put your hands on them and like protect yourself. Other than that, some theme parks, I'm not gonna say just the theme park I worked at, the first one I worked at, they were like, they have to hit you they have to touch you at least 3 times before you can react back and beat their ass, basically. And I just feel like that's not fair, because people know when they push their limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know, okay, I hit you once, I hit you twice. They not gonna hit you again, because they know a lot of times that third hit, it ain't gonna make it to nobody. Because before you hit me that third time, I'm my hand going across your face. Period. Period, poop. Period, poop. So a lot of times that don't even happen. But yeah, that's one thing that I really didn't like, because guests really try it because they know you need your job. Guests, and this is with any job, I'm just saying theme parks, guests really try it because they know you need your job. They know. They will curse you out. That's why I say you have to have patience, because they will curse you out for something that is out of your control, has nothing to do with you, is not in your department. It could have happened when they were on their way to the theme park. That has nothing to do with you. And it's automatically your fault, because you work here, so boom, it don't matter if you wasn't around when it happened. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be very patient, because yes, you have nice guests, but I'm gonna let y'all know about these ones first. Yes, you have nice guests, of course, but it's a lot of times you have to tell yourself, let me not let all these bad guests outweigh the good guests, because you do have good guests that understand. A lot of times the pass holders and the annual pass members, they're the ones that can be a piece of work, okay? But they can also be good. So it's like the pass holder, annual pass members, they can be here or there. It all depends. What you eating? What are you eating? Your time. My dog's so bad. He literally went in the kitchen, got something, ate it, knew I was finna take it out his mouth. He swallowed it. So bad. Anyways, they know what they can get away with. You know what I'm saying? They know that they can, like, what was I saying? See, yo, look what you did. You eating dang. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, annual pass members and whatever, yeah. So they know, okay, being that they know the park because they come a lot, if something changes, you're the first person that they're gonna let know, like, this is wrong. Somebody better get a manager, or this, that, and the third, because this is not how I did it when I was here this time, that time. And a lot of times, and with theme parks, things change every day. Every week, basically. Things can change every week. And a lot of times, pass holders also know a lot of things. They're really sneaky. They know a lot. They're really sneaky. They know a lot. They know like what time to come. They know when to, they know what time to come. They know how to say things. They know what to say. They know what's okay, what's not. So a lot of times, like, they get on your nerves. They get on your nerves because they can be very nice, and they can be very mean. If it don't go their way, they can be very, very mean, okay? If they can't get a parking spot they want, you're getting cussed out. If something changed and now they can't do what they want, you're getting cussed out. If they don't get preferred parking, you're getting cussed out. Period. And that's just how they are. So you got to be very careful with them. You have to be very patient with them. A lot of times you have people, you have guests that don't speak English. And another thing is, if you plan on working at theme parks, no, it's not mandatory for you to be bilingual, but it's good to learn. It's really, really good to learn. It's really, really good to learn a lot of language, at least Spanish and Creole, mostly Spanish. I would say Spanish, because a lot of time Haitian people, they understand. You don't really have to, like, a lot of times Haitian people, I feel like they understand more. Like, you can be speaking English to them, but they understand a lot more. So it's kind of like, I feel like it's more Hispanics. It's more Hispanics that you, a lot of times it's good for you to learn. It's good for you to learn different languages, period. A lot of time the Asian people, they know English. Like, they honestly do. Like, I've only probably met one Asian person so far at where I work that she needed, she used Google Translate to help her. But other than that, no. But I would say, if you're gonna work at a theme park, try to learn other languages. Try Spanish first, though. I would say go with Spanish first. Sign language. Learn sign language as well. Learn sign language if you want to. I'm just saying if you want to. I'm just saying it'll really help you when it comes to theme parks. Yoru, stop. Stop. Get down. Down. Yoru Thompson, get down. Thank you. It'll really help you. Like, I'm not bilingual, and I've learned like a little bit. I'd be like, okay, what do you want? Like, help me help you. Sometimes, and if you don't know any type of language, a lot of times I just be like, okay, what is it? Like, what I like. Sometimes they'll come up to you, they'll say Espanol or Creole or French. I hear French, and I'll be like, no, but what is it? Like, what? And they'll be like, okay, da da da. I'll be like, sometimes I'll be like, no, let me get somebody for you. Let me get somebody for you, okay? Sometimes if you listen to certain words, you can help them. If you have to really listen to certain words, because sometimes it might take a little minute to find a translator or find somebody that speak that language if no one's really around, everybody's really doing something. So if you can listen to tiny words, okay, boom boom, this way, that way, that way, that way, and they'd be like, okay, thank you. But I would say try to learn in different languages. I would say that. Another thing is, if you are melanin and you want to work at a theme park, be prepared to meet racist people, because it is gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. No, Papa. Be prepared to meet racist people, because it is gonna happen. It's honestly gonna happen. I've encountered them already, and be prepared to see shit that you not. Oh gosh, I keep cursing. Be prepared to see things that you might not like, but you gotta. Yeah, you're gonna see. Y'all. Let me say something. You're gonna be like, what's your issue with me? Like, you're gonna be like, what's your issue with me? Like, I don't get it. Like, in your head, a lot of times, like what I've encountered, when it comes to racist people, is you'll help them and they'll be like, okay, and they'll just walk away. Or you'll say hi, they dead ass just give you a. Or I had one incident where I was helping this man, and instead of looking at me and saying thank you, he looked at this other man and said thank you. That's not black. But I feel like he Puerto Rican. He Puerto Rican, but he's lighter Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? But he's not my color. So of course he probably looked at him like, okay. And that man deadass like looked past me, was like, thank you. Like, made sure I knew that he wasn't talking to me. I've had incidents where people with MAGA hats. Well, only one this one old man, he had a MAGA hat, and he was just like he gave me the stinks. I smiled at him. He gave me. Let me be clear. I didn't smile at him. I didn't even notice he had on that MAGA hat until I smiled. Okay, I wouldn't have smiled at him if I noticed that MAGA hat. I like automatically look. I was like, and then he was just like, and then I realized he had on a MAGA hat, and I was like, makes sense. Not saying that everybody that loves Trump is racist, but that the people I've met so far are racist. I met this other lady, it was mad busy, and she was just like, I'm gonna say for story time, because I almost cursed her out. Yeah, my melanin people, you are gonna experience racist people. And I would, my best opinion is to breathe. If you really need your job, the job that I work at, they're very strict. Where I work, they're very strict. So I could lose my job if I was to say something, because a lot of times the place that I work at, they take the guest word over mine. So just be very careful. Be very careful. That's where I work at now. But when I worked at the other place, they were more lenient. Like, if they knew you, they knew like this guest was lying on you. They're like, no, like she wouldn't do that. But they were lenient. The only thing they weren't lenient about is sexual misconduct, which that should be at any job. At any job, that should be first priority. That's something that you would get automatically terminated for. or move to a different area. But other than that, like I would say, my melanin people, just be mindful of that. You are gonna meet racist people that are probably gonna accuse you of stealing a phone. Why would you steal the phone? I don't know. Phone. Let me tell y'all this real quick. The phone was a minute phone. The phone was a minute phone that didn't even come from America. It came from wherever they was from, right? Another country, basically, not even in America at all. It was a minute phone, right? And it was a little minute phone. I'm just like, why would somebody told the lady that they gave it to somebody in purple. I had on a purple shirt. I did. Our uniform shirts were purple, turquoise, blue. They're not that anymore, but our uniform shirts were purple, turquoise. We had dark blue. We had light blue. I think that's it. I think I got all four. Yeah. I had on the purple shirt that day. My friend had on the light blue. So many girls wear the purple shirt as well, right? But the person said they gave it to someone wearing purple in the bathroom. Mind you, other employees come in and out that bathroom, but of course I was right there, so she had to say it with me. I said, look, I don't have your phone. Like, I don't have it. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. She was just like, well, the lady said she gave it to somebody in here with a purple shirt. I said, well, it ain't me. I have a phone. Why do I said, well, it ain't me. And my friend was standing right there. She was like, well, maybe. And she was like, there's other employees that come in and out this bathroom with purple shirts. And I looked at my friend. I'm like, I got a whole iPhone. I do not want your minute phone. I got T-Mobile. I don't need your minutes. My lips ashy. I'll be back, y'all. I gotta go pick up my man. I'll be back. Alright, y'all. So I'm back. I'm sorry. Also, so working at a theme park, I feel like, I say one thing, working at a theme park, I feel like you can move up kind of faster if you're like, you have to just be very like bubbly and friendly and just be about your work. You have to be about your work. And I noticed with the two theme parks I've worked at, you have to like know people. Like, you have to be like ass kisser. I'm not even playing. I'm not doing that. Sorry. No thank you. But I feel like you have to be an ass kisser, or unless you just got some real ass bosses. But I don't know. But I like, or you just have to be like the theme park that I came from, it was just like everybody was effing everybody. Everybody was dating. All the leads were dating each other, basically, and that was the reason why certain people moved up. And it was just like, it was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. Another thing is, just be very, I would say, if you're going in for part-time, me personally, with my part-time, if you're a college student, I really feel like the theme park would probably be good for you. But it depends on where you stay. At the time, I was staying at this college apartment that I really don't care to mention because I don't like them. They I don't like them. And they were $630, not some dollars, but they went up to $700. I don't know, whatever. And the theme park I was working at, yes, they helped paid, but at the same time, it was kind of like, once I paid my rent, I didn't have money for gas, food. It was like a struggle. I would like have to ask my boyfriend, or even my mother, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, be very careful when you do theme park. No, I would say make sure you go into the right area that gives hours. Make sure you look into that. Like, does this area give hours? Does that area give hours? Make sure you know what's the limited amount part-timers can get at certain places. Like, you just got to be very like up on that. If you go, a lot of people just be like, why don't you just go full-time? When you go full-time, they work the shit out of full-timers, okay? That's one thing I can say about theme parks. They'll give you your money. If you full-time, they gonna work the shit out you for your damn money, though. Trust. You gonna work for that money. You is gonna work for their money. Trust. Work. Like, another thing. Another thing is like it was like, but other than that, like I met great people at the theme park that I came from. I met great people. I feel like you'll meet great people. You'll meet college students just like you. You'll meet a lot of young adults, same age as you, some younger, some older, but you'll meet a lot of longtime friends. I feel like you meet a lot of longtime friends. You click with people. Because everyone is kind of around the same age, and it's really the older people that are full-time. You'll see a lot of the older people are full-time, and it's just like, but what made me quit my last job, it was just the fact of I had to leave. I started hating what I was doing. I'm already custodial. You would think like, dang girl, you ain't hate it when you got there. Believe it or not, being a custodian was easy. It was really, being a custodial was really easy. Like, I don't know why it was so easy, but it was easy. And the park that I did it at was like busy, like slow to them. Well, no, like busy to them is like Disney on a slow day, I guess I can say. Or like busy to them is like, I don't know, like what's busy to them is nothing compared to the other theme parks, period. So like it was just, for me, custodial was easy. It was something I could just do and get paid for it. But I honestly, if they would have gave me more hours, and the leads would have treated the employees better, and they knew their job just as much, they wanted to tell us to do it, I would have stayed. They just would have had to pay me more. Not pay more, but give me more hours. Treat me like they would want to be treated, with respect. But I honestly started to hate it. I honestly started to hate what I was doing, and I started to slack. When you start to hate something, you start to slack. You start not to do your job good, and that's what started to happen. And I knew it was kind of happening, so I had to get up out of there. I really had to get up out of there, and that's what I did. But just be like, I would say just know yourself. Make sure you know your make sure you know your temper. Make sure that you're ready for whatever. But I think make sure that you're just ready for that. You know what I'm saying? But in all, I feel like working in a theme park is worth the experience. At least one time. If you don't like people, don't do it. If you don't like humans, you don't like people, do not work at no theme park, because baby, that's all you do. That's all you're around. You have a lot of stupid people that come to parks, a lot of not stupid, but you realize that common sense ain't that common anymore, you know. So I would say just like have fun, go for it, try it. You never know, you might like it. My experience at theme park was I won't come back, trust me. Nah, but I would say, like I said, I worked at 2 theme parks so far. And once I leave the theme park that I'm at now, I don't want to come back. That's canceled. So I don't want to come back. Oh, look at these edges. Ooh, child. Once I leave the theme park that I'm at, I don't want to come back. I don't want to do any more theme parks. That's dead from there. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it. I said I want to do this other theme park that I haven't did yet, because I really love their park. But I'm not going to do it because I need to leave theme parks. That's it. All right, y'all. So I love y'all. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and tell me what you want to see next. And I'll be sure to get that video out for you. It's all about this little toy. I'm out this. Okay.